untamed YouTube live stream for y'all that's gonna make you roar with excitement. Welcome to the My Mortgage Hound live stream. Now, I may be known for my love of big cats, but today we're shifting our focus from the jungle to the concrete jungle, the real estate market. We've got something that's more thrilling than a lion's roar. New real estate listings and mortgage breakdown. In today's episode, we're diving headfirst into the real estate market, and I'm here to tell you the conditions out there are as fierce as a tiger on the prowl. With interest rates and market dynamics swinging like a pendulum, it's time to seize the day and take advantage of these unique market conditions. It's a wild jungle out there, but with the right information, you can be the king of your own financial kingdom. We've got some prime real estate listings that are hotter than a blazing wildfire, and I've got Cody here, our real estate mortgage expert, who's going to break it all down for you. He's as sharp as a tiger's claw when it comes to financial strategy. This is Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, signing off. And remember, in this jungle of a market, we're here to help you pounce on those opportunities. Stay wild and stay curious, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Tiger King himself, and I've got a wild, untamed YouTube live stream for y'all that's gonna make you roar with excitement. Welcome to the My Mortgage Hound live stream. Now, I may be known for my love of big cats, but today we're shifting our focus from the jungle to the concrete jungle, the real estate market. We've got something that's more thrilling than a lion's roar. New real estate listings and mortgage breakdown. In today's episode, we're diving headfirst into the real estate market, and I'm here to tell you the conditions out there are as fierce as a tiger on the prowl. With interest rates and market dynamics swinging like a pendulum, it's time to seize the day and take advantage of these unique market conditions. It's a wild jungle out there, but with the right information, you can be the king of your own financial kingdom. We've got some prime real estate listings that are hotter than a blazing wildfire, and I've got Cody here, our real estate mortgage expert, who's going to break it all down for you. He's as sharp as a tiger's claw when it comes to financial strategy. This is Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, signing off. And remember, in this jungle of a market, we're here to help you pounce on those opportunities. Stay wild and stay curious, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Tiger King himself, and I've got a wild, untamed YouTube live stream for y'all that's gonna make you roar with it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the country you are in. We are live. Man, talk about sliding into home base. Major audio issues this morning, so please let me know in the chat if you can hear me, how I sound. Am I blowing everybody out? Can you hear the music? Thank you, Carissa. All right. Kind of threw this one together last minute, but it's been a roller coaster of a week, and if you saw my thumbnail, I told AI to give me a thumbnail of a mortgage guy on a mortgage interest rate roller coaster. So let's dive right into it. All right, for interest rates, bear with me while I figure out what's going on here. It's been a hell of a week for interest rates. We've seen a increase in rates all year long, but this is the first time we're actually seeing let me go back here, get this working. We've actually seen rates come down a little bit. It's like the spirit of Halloween is still here and affecting my computer. So let's see if we can get this working. So the feds came out on Wednesday, and there we go. Feds came out on Wednesday and announced that they're leaving interest rates alone. Everybody was expecting that. That's not a big surprise to anybody. And their comments after weren't a big surprise to anybody either, saying that they're not afraid to raise rates again if the market deems it necessary. The way the mortgage interest rates responded, okay, so for those of you who've seen my show before, if this is your first time, all the interest rates we're going to be using today are off of this website, Mortgage News Daily. This is my go-to website for interest rates, for news about interest rates, for stories, for what's going on. For example, here's a story from 8% to under 7.5%. Mortgage rates had a near record week. Okay, so 30-year fixed went from 7.9, almost 8%, to 7.38 in 1 week. So a tremendous drop in rates. Jumbo 7.75. Now this is something to note. If you've been watching this show, I've been commenting on how the spread between conventional mortgages, so mortgages under $750,000, compared to jumbo mortgages with a loan amount of over $750,000, that spread's been about 1/8%, and it's starting to spread again. As rates come down, I think jumbos will come down slower. So we're at 7.75 on jumbo rates, still down from last week. FHA 6.71. We haven't seen a 6% rate in since about July, June, July. And then VA 6.7 as well. I want to show you a chart here. Let's go back to give you an idea. So here is 30-year fixed conventional financing. If we look at July's kind of where we started to see rates start to tick up again, up until we hit about 8% here. You can see in 1 week how big of a drop we've had, down to below 7.5%. So pretty exciting. What does this mean? I don't know. I've been doing this for 20 years. On my best day, I'm right half the time when I'm projecting out what's going to happen to interest rates. We've been talking a lot about this market and how we take advantage of it, and is now a good time to buy. And so I decided to put together two houses today we're going to look at. And this is really targeting the person that's kind of been on the fence, that's waiting to take advantage of the market. We have seen prices ease a little bit. We've seen sellers more willing to negotiate, to pay for closing costs. We've talked a lot about sellers paying for 2-1 buy downs. We're entering holiday season. Interest rates just dropped, so we might be hitting that part of the market where the stars align if you're really trying to take advantage, and I believe now is a good time. So it's all about opportunities. We're going to look at a couple of houses today. There's a lot of new listings. In fact, let's take a look at our statistics. Again, this is provided by Gavin Hutkins over at Berkshire Hathaway. I'll put his info in the description. So for Clark County, for those watching outside the area, we are in Southwest Washington. New listings, we have 158 new listings. So if you are looking this weekend, you got 158 new homes to go look at. That is down about 5%, not a big deal. This is where I want to take a note, pending sales. So sales, new listings that have gone under contract but not closed, down 25%, 119. That number is significant. Same with the listing sold, 147, up 24%. So this tells me that we got new houses to go look at. Houses are sitting a little bit longer. Sellers are feeling a little nervous if their house sits for 2 months. Look, historically, 3 months and less is a seller's market. So we got to take into account the emotions of our sellers, what's going on in the market, what are people thinking. So down 25%, and then we've had a lot of homes close. So definitely signs that we're entering a slower season. All right, you guys ready to dive right into it? Okay, so we're going to start off with this condo here, 8806 Northeast 16th Way. The two homes I picked today have both had price reductions on it. So this condo's dropped $13,000, and it dropped 2 days ago. It's 3 bed, 3 bath, 1481 square feet. So as a reminder, I'm looking at these homes for the first time with you. I did review them quickly just to prepare for this presentation, but for the most part, I'm looking at these for the first time. That way we can have a reaction, a real reaction together. First of all, let's take a look at where this house is located. Okay. So headed towards East County off of 205, over by Peace Health Hospital. So that's where we're at. This is a great location, especially if this is your first home. There's a good chance that over the next 5 years we're going to see the length of people staying in their homes that are buying now shorten, because we're going to have an improvement in rates most likely. So this is a great starter home because you're so close to the hospital. You can turn this condo into an investment property down the road, do short-term rentals. There's a lot you can do with this condo depending on the HOAs. All right, let's dive in. Looks like there's attached single car garage, which is nice. And it's a big condo, 3 bed, 3 bath, 1481 square feet. Entry goes right into the stairs. Gas fireplace, cut out for a TV, slider onto a deck, ceiling fan, nice hardwood floors. Nice layout for a living room. You got your breakfast nook right there. Nice covered deck. Pretty good size, overlooking green space. Tile floors in the kitchen. Looks like you got a big built-in mirror into the wall. Very cool. Really opens up the room. Nice kitchen with a little island. Big window. Alright, there's a little office desk space in the kitchen, which is nice, especially if you have kids. It's a good spot for homework, so you can keep an eye on them. Lots of pictures of the kitchen. Okay, now we're upstairs. Looks like maybe a master with a slider to a deck off the master, which is nice. Yeah, this is, let me see. Yep, that's our master. There's the deck off the master. Assuming this is the master bath. Guest bedroom number 1. You know, guys, this looks like new carpet. Very fresh, updated, clean unit here. Guest bath. Got your laundry room in the hallway. Looks like an office area with a separate door. I'm assuming that door goes out back. With a guest bedroom. So this could be some, you know, if you want a roommate or you're going to rent a room out, you can turn this into a bedroom. They got their own bath, own entrance off the back. Or a great office if you're working from home. There's your patio off of that room. Gated community. Swimming pool, hot tub. Looks like 2 hot tubs. This must be your clubhouse. Gym. I really like this place, guys. Alright. And at $382, we're right in that entry level price. This would be a great way to get into real estate. Good morning, Diana. Good morning, Julie. Julie's listing's coming up next. All right, you guys ready to see some numbers? Okay. So I put together 2 options for us to review on this condo. The first is FHA. Now we've seen rates drop a little bit. I kind of like FHA. We want to start thinking, what does the next 36 months look like? Now with interest rates dropping and the market being soft, this is a great time to buy. It's easy for buyers to get excited about the future possibilities of refinancing. And I get excited too, and I think we're going to see that. No one has a crystal ball. This could be just a temporary ease in rates. We could see rates go back up. But when we're talking 18 to 36 months from now, there is a chance we will see rates low enough for it to make sense to refinance. So it's okay to be excited about your payment dropping in the future and knowing that, hey, today we're going to take a little higher interest rate, but I'm going to refinance in the next 36 months. That's okay to do as long as you're comfortable with the current payment. Because remember, refinances are never guaranteed. I had a real estate agent today tell me I'm the only lender they're talking to, or excuse me, told me earlier this week that I'm the only lender they're talking to that isn't saying that interest rates are coming down and we're going to be able to refinance and do all this, because I've been doing this a long time. And the markets right now are very unpredictable. You can turn on the business channels and get 5 different opinions on what's going to happen. So I like to say we help people finance homes in a smart way. And the first step in financing a home in a smart way is making sure you're comfortable with the payment for the life of the loan. And then if we get a refinance, that's awesome. That's a bonus. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the numbers on this house. We're going to start with an FHA. Here's our purchase price, $382. Bear with me one second. We're having a slight hiccup with my software. It's those Halloween ghosts. I got the blue screen of death 5 minutes before we were supposed to go live. I never get the blue screen of death. Okay, how about now? There we go. $382 is our purchase price. Again, recent price reduction. FHA requires 3.5% down. Our loan amount would be $375.81. Look at this interest rate. We haven't talked about an interest rate that starts with 6 in about 3 or 4 months. Now again, I'm pulling the interest rates off of Mortgage News Daily. This gives us a really good national average of where rates are at. Your experience may vary, but we're going to go off of the 6.71 30-year fixed FHA rate. I'm going to click on this more info link. Again, here's our purchase price, $382. With 3.5% down at 6.71, our principal and interest payment is $24.22. Property taxes on that unit are $227 a year, pretty affordable. Homeowners insurance, $75. This is going to protect the house in case of a burglary or alarm, or a burglary or fire or something of that nature. I think $75 is a little high here. On condos, you're just insuring the drywall and your belongings. You might be closer to $30 to $50 a month, but we're going to use $75 today. Mortgage insurance. We're going to spend some time on mortgage insurance today. Again, financing a home in a smart way. There's lots of different ways to deal with mortgage insurance. And if we are thinking that we might see a refinance in the next 18 or 36 months, it really adds a lot to our decision of how we're going to deal with mortgage insurance. FHA makes it easy. There's only one way they offer mortgage insurance. There's actually 2 forms of mortgage insurance, and this is the first. Mortgage insurance does nothing for you other than allows you to put less than 20% down. If a homeowner has a mortgage with mortgage insurance and they default, stop making payments, and go into foreclosure, the mortgage insurance company is going to reimburse the lender a percentage of the balance. So it offsets the risk of a lender to lend to somebody with less collateral or less than 20% down. So in this example, FHA, the monthly mortgage insurance would be $152.85. The only way to remove mortgage insurance on an FHA mortgage is to refinance. And it'll be on there for the life of the loan. So if we add those 4 numbers together, we get a total payment of $28.77. In addition to that, we have an HOA of $350 a month. I'm not sure exactly on this unit what the FHA or what the HOA covers. We got some really good real estate agents on the string this morning, Diana and Julie. I'm sure they could do some research and find out. Usually it's maybe water, sewer, garbage, maybe some utilities, so that'll offset some of your monthly costs. But $350 a month for HOA. That gives us a total payment of $32.27. How does that number sit with you? You guys know I ask that question every week. When I ask that question, I'm going to get one of 3 answers. First answer could be, that's totally doable. I can handle $32.27. That's only $100 more than I'm paying for rent. Second response is, oh man, that's way higher than I was expecting. I don't know if I could swing that. The third response I get is, I've done some research and that's exactly what I was calculating. There's no right or wrong answer here, but it's important to ask yourself and tell the people that are helping you, your real estate agent, your lender, how that makes you feel. Is that scary? Is that comfortable? Is that what I planned for? That way we can look at different program options, or maybe we're not even in the right price range. Maybe we need to adjust our price range. Maybe we need to adjust it down. Maybe we can adjust it up, depending on how that payment makes you feel. Look at closing costs. Down payment 3.5%, $13,370. Closing costs are going to be around $36.91. That includes your title and escrow fees, which is the majority of that, your county recording fees, and your lender fee. We charge a flat $14.50. There are two numbers that are not included. The first is your home inspection. Normally details home inspections here, but he's not. I think he's traveling. Home inspections are going to run around $350. They're there to protect or to inspect the house, make sure there's nothing wrong with it. Even on a condo, there's certain things they're going to look for, like how are the other units impacting, are there leaks, all that kind of stuff. So you're going to want to get a home inspection. It's not required by us, but we do recommend you get one. The second is your home appraisal. Home appraisal will be required on FHA. Those run $800, and you'd pay the appraiser directly at the time of appraisal through their website. Everything else is included in that number. We're not talking about points today. Points are used to buy down your interest rate. On Mortgage News Daily, all these rates are no points. So when you are looking at rates, you want to check and see if there's any asterisks. Scroll down the fine print and see if there's any points. We're not going to be using points in this scenario. So I said FHA has two forms of mortgage insurance. This is the second. They charge a upfront mortgage insurance premium called a funding fee. It's a percentage. In this case, it's $64.51. That number gets added to your loan amount. So it's not something you're paying out of pocket. It's being financed in, which is why if we scroll up here to our loan to value ratio, it should read 96.5 because we're putting 3.5% down, but instead it reads 98.19 because we're adding in that $64.51. This $4,000 represents your prepaid taxes, insurance, and interest. So if we were to close first week in December, we're going to have 25 days remaining in the month. We're going to collect that up front. So your first payment's not going to be due, I can't even believe I'm going to say this, your first payment would not be due until February 1st of 2024, so you would get to skip a month. It's also going to include your first year of homeowner's insurance premium. We're going to collect that and pay it to your insurance company of your choice. And then we're going to collect X amount of months worth of property taxes and homeowner's insurance, and we're going to start an escrow impound account. Then every month when you make your payment, those funds, the mortgage insurance, or the homeowner's insurance and property taxes will be added to that account, so there's enough funds to pay those two bills on your behalf when they're due. All right, so we started off the stream talking about interest rates are down. This might be our moment to capture a softer market as interest rates maybe are ticking down a little bit. This is one way we were going to do it on this unit. So we saw they already had a $13,000 price reduction. We're going to ask the seller to pay $76.91 towards our closing costs and prepaid items. So we're going to ask them to pay these two numbers for us. So we're bringing in $13,370, which is just our down payment. Julie and Diana, are you seeing more sellers willing to pay for closing costs, maybe even after doing a reduction? Is that something you're seeing? I think it's perfectly reasonable to ask. Diana says yes. Okay, that's one option. Put together another option here, and this is going to allow us to talk a little bit more about mortgage insurance. This is a 5% down, 30-year fixed, conventional, vanilla financing. Purchase price stays at $382. 5% down makes our loan amount $353 or $353,808. Interest rate, we go back to our Mortgage News Daily, 7.38. So pretty big jump this week from FHA to conventional. So let's see what that does. Payment, $24.44 is principal and interest with 5% down. So even though we're putting more down, our payment's $20, $22 more a month because of that little slight increase in interest rate. Diana says, price reduction and rate buy down seems to pair well. I could not agree more. That may change as interest rates start to come down though. If interest rates continue to trend down slowly, and just for the record, I'm not expecting interest rates to drop a whole point. We're not looking at 5% by the end of the year. But if we see them come off of these highs at 8% and get down towards the low 7s, high 6s, our opinion on 2-1 buy downs may or may not change. If we think that we might have an opportunity to refinance down the road, maybe that money might be better used to pay our closing costs or do a permanent buy down. And we'll talk about permanent buy downs a little bit more next week. If you want to know more about 2-1 buy downs, which Diane is referring to, our last 2 streams, we did just 2-1 buy downs. So go back and take a look at those. I think that's a great point, Diana. So our property taxes and homeowners insurance stay the same. Our mortgage insurance is quite a bit cheaper than FHA, going conventional. We go from 152 to 96, giving us a total payment of $28.43 plus our HOA. Closing costs, our down payment jumps up from $13,000 with 3.5% down to $28,191. I'll make sure that's right. That's not right. How about $19,100? Let's go back. So I fat fingered our down payment. So our principal and interest is actually $25.07 with 5% down. No one gets bonus points for not catching that. So $29.09 is our payment plus HOA. So go back to closing costs, $19,100. Closing costs stay the same. No upfront mortgage insurance here. $4,000 for prepaid stays the same. We're asking for the same seller contributions. So now we're paid $19,100. So this is why, everyone has sayings and old wives' tales, and when it comes to mortgages and what you should do, it's always changing. But the math never lies. For the first time in a long time, I would say it makes a lot more sense to go FHA, especially if we're going to be possibly refinancing in the next 18 to 36 months. We're saving $31 a month and $4,000 out of pocket. More than that. Okay. So I like this condo. I think it's a great way to get into real estate, get started. You could be sitting here 5 years from now with a big chunk of equity and maybe a really good investment property. All right, Julie, you ready? You ready for your listing? (931) Southwest 18th Way in Troutdale, Oregon. Big step up from that condo. So just across the river from Camas Washougal, you'll find Troutdale, Oregon. This one's 4 bed, 3 bath, $21.93. This could go both ways. This could be a great starter home for somebody with a small family, or it could be that person that's selling that condo that we just reviewed, looking for more space, looking to move up. Okay. Built in 2005. Let's see what Julie says here. New air conditioning, fresh paint, new floors, no carpet, wood on stairs, that's nice. New paint outside, private backyard. All appliances stay. That's a good thing a lot of people don't know, is when I buy a house, what appliances stay, what appliances don't. Obviously your range and oven stay, your dishwasher stays. Refrigerators don't typically stay unless a scenario like this. And if a microwave's installed, that usually stays too. Correct me if I'm wrong, Diana and Julie. All right, close to the Sandy River. There's the map. Let's dive in. Okay, I believe this is our entry right into guest bath. Nice big open kitchen. Looks like tile. I can't tell if that's tile or tile granite on the countertops. Stainless appliances, breakfast nook with slider. Island looks into our living room, got a dining room attached, place for a big TV over the fireplace, big windows. Here's the thing about homes built in the 05, 06. This was right before the crash. So we had good quality builders building nice homes. The thing I like about this era of homes is now, 17, 18 years later, all that new landscaping is now mature. So we're in a neighborhood where we have a newer, high quality home, but we're in a mature neighborhood. My house I'm in right now is 06, and you can see I got a really mature landscaping and trees and green space. I like the windows letting the light in up here. Gas fireplace. Get your gas fireplace where you can. It looks like we might be seeing those transition to electric fireplaces on new builds. I believe this is our guest bath on the entry. So there's those wood stairs that she was referring to. It's very easy for homeowners and builders to cheap out and just put carpet on the stairs, because it is an expensive upgrade to put wood on your stairs, but it adds a lot. Same upstairs. It's very easy to put carpet upstairs in the bedrooms. It saves a lot of money, but you got nice hardwoods upstairs. It adds a ton of value. Master. Dual sinks. The master bath. Walk-in closet. I like how the commode's in a separate room. This looks like our guest bath. Guest bedroom. Bonus room upstairs. Man cave. Laundry room. Okay, here's our backyard. Private, mature landscaping. A lot can be done back here. There's our playground that we're close to. You know, great, either a great starter home for a newer, younger family, or a move-up home. Like I said, the seller of that condo, this might be a great home for him or her. Okay. We're going to play with some mortgage insurance. First, we're going to look at 20% down. So let's say we're selling that condo. We're going to make an offer on this house. I'm going to roll over some equity. So now I have 20% down. Purchase price $549 with 20% down. Make sure that's correct. 20% down. Our loan amount's going to be $439,200. $7.38 off the Mortgage News Daily website. Our interest rate 7.38. Oops. Principal and interest, $3,034. Property taxes on that home are $403. Homeowners insurance, $75. No mortgage insurance because we're putting 20% down. Makes our total payment $35.12. Closing costs, down payment, we're going to roll over $110,000, $109,800, $110,000 in equity for our down payment. Closing costs $36.91. Prepaids $5,000. So we're looking at $118,491 out of pocket. Now we can come in here and do exactly what we did on that condo. We could ask the seller to pay our closing costs for us. We can ask the seller to give us a 2-1 buy down. A lot we can do here. Okay. But what if I don't want to put $120,000 into this house? Maybe I bought that condo and I want to save some money for reserves when I sell it. Maybe I want to have some money for upgrades. Maybe I just don't want to put $120,000 down. Let's look at 10%. So just like the condo we looked at, this can be 10% down with mortgage insurance. Principal and interest, $34.14. So we go up $400. Mortgage insurance, in this example, will be $115 a month. Now this will eventually drop off. After 2 years, you can apply to have it removed if you've built up some equity. So unlike FHA, that's not permanent. We add all those numbers together, we get a total payment of $4,000. Here's our 10% down closing costs. So down payment $54,900. So we're saving 50 grand. Closing costs prepaid stay the same. We're out of pocket $63,591. So it's going to cost us $400 a month to save about 50 grand out of pocket. But I really don't want to pay mortgage insurance monthly. Let's look at this option. See a mistake, so let me fix it really quick, guys. So same 10% down, except this time we do not have monthly mortgage insurance. So our payment jumps up to $38.92 from $35.12. So we're saving that $115 a month. So now it's only costing us $300 and some change to save 10% on our down payment. How do we do that? If we go to our closing cost screen here, we're going to pay for that mortgage insurance up front with a one-time premium, $37.05. That buys out the mortgage insurance, so you never have to worry about paying monthly mortgage insurance. How do we know if that makes sense? If we are banking on a refinance in the next 18 to 36 months, it might make more sense to pay the $115 a month. But I think in this scenario, we could ask the seller to pay that for us. That way, if we do refinance 18 months down the road, not a big deal. Let me show you what that would look like. We're going to ask the seller to pay these three numbers for us. So $36.91 in closing costs, there's $37.05 in the upfront mortgage insurance, and the $5,000 for our prepaids. So we're going to ask them to give us $12,396. Right here. So now we're coming out of pocket $54,900, which is just our down payment, and we have no mortgage insurance. We could also talk about a 2-1 buy down or a permanent buy down. I think with the 10% down, no mortgage insurance, you could really dial this in to protect yourself in case rates take 5 years to come back down, or if they go back up. You know, we get 1 week a reprieve with rates, okay? And rates drop a little bit 1 week, and everyone thinks that this is going to be a trend. I'm here to tell you, we don't know what's going to happen. We could be sitting here next November, very happy we got in at high 6s, low 7s, mid 7s. Really happy we bought out our mortgage insurance because rates could be at 8, 9, 10%. So there we go. We've gone 50 minutes. Julie, thanks for sending that over. I didn't do a great job promoting the stream this week, but this will live on YouTube. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. You guys are welcome to show your listings anytime. If you guys know of anybody else that wants to be featured on the stream, let me know. If there's any programs, anything you guys want to see going down the road, let me know. I hope you guys liked the Tiger King this morning. I made that in a mad rush after the blue screen of death. So go enjoy your weekend. If you want to take a look at either one of those homes, please reach out to Diana or Julie. I will put both of their contact information in the description. Julie, let's do it again. We'll get a bigger turnout next week. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.